Okay, so our next task is to multiply in a different base other than 10, but the two numbers will be in the same base. So let's think about how we multiply in base 10. Let's say we have 65 times 9. We would take 9 times 5, and that makes 45. So 9 times 5 equals 45. And since we're in base 10, we know that 4 is 4 tens, and 5 is 5 ones. So the 5 ones go here, and then the 4 tens go up here. But we don't multiply that 4, right? The next step is to multiply 9 times 6. So we do that math, 9 times 6, and that makes 54. And now that's in the right base, right? 5 and 4 are allowed digits. So then we would take the 54 and add 4, and that would give us 58. So the 8 would come down and the 5 would go up. But now there's nothing to multiply 9 by, so we'll just add the 5 in at the end. And so the 65 times 9 would be 585. And we're going to have the same idea, but the problem is that when we do the multiplication, we may get a number that's not an allowed digit, right? It could be 2 digits, like the number 12 or the number 15. It could be a single digit like the number 8, but we could be in a base that doesn't allow the value to look like the symbol of 8. So in each multiplication, we're going to have to convert back to the proper base, and then if we have anything to tack on, then we'll add on. Okay, so it's kind of like a multi-step in each step. So let's take 214 times 3, and that's in base 5. So the allowed digits in base 5 are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, after 4, we have to roll around back to 0 and carry. So let's do our first multiplication, 4 times 3. So 4 times 3 in base 10 makes 12. But 12 is not a base 5 number. We have to change it to base 5. So to change it to base 5, we'll take 12 and divide it by 5. And that makes 2, remainder 2. So something that looks like 1, 2 in base 10 would look like 2, 2 in base 5. So the right hand 2 goes down and the left hand 2 goes up. So now we'll do 3 times 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. Now that's an allowed digit, right? Just a 3 is totally fine. So we don't have to do any conversion. So 3 is just 3. And then we have to plus the 2. And that makes 5. Oh no, 5 is not an allowed digit. So we have to convert the 5 into base 5. So we're thinking 5 divided by 5 equals 1, remainder 0. So I'll put the 0 here and the 1 here. Let's do it again. So our last multiplication is 3 times 2, right? 3 times 2, and that's going to make 6. But 6 is not an allowed value. We can only have 0 through 4. So we have to change this to base 4 by taking 6, dividing it by 4, because that's our base. And we're in base 4? No, we're in base 5. Sorry about that. So we're going to divide by 5, because it's base 5. So 5 goes into 6 one time with a remainder of 1. So instead of writing 6, I would write 1, 1, since I'm in base 5. Now I need to add this other 1. So I'll do 1, 1 plus 1, which makes 1, 2. 1 is an allowed digit, 2 is an allowed digit, so that's fine. So the 2 goes down here, and the 1 would technically go up. But since there's no number to multiply 3 by, that 1 just comes straight down. So 214 times 3 in base 5 makes 1202 base 5. Let's try it again. This time we're going to be in base 8. So 74 times 4, and we're in base 8, which means we can only have the digits 0 to 7. Okay, so let's do 4 times 4. That makes 16, but that's in base 10. We need to convert base 16 to base 8. So we're going to take 16 and divide it by 8. That's our next thinking. So we multiply, and then we convert to the proper base. So 16 divided by 8 makes 2 remainder 0. So 16 is 1 6 in base 10 is 2 0 in base 8. So the 0 comes down here, and then we'll add the 2 once we do that multiplication. Okay, 4 times 7. That makes 28 in base 10. So we need to convert this to base 8. So we're going to take 28 and divide it by 8. So let's see, 8 times 3 makes 24, so 3 remainder 4. So instead of writing 28 or 28 base 10, I'm going to write 3 4, and that's in base 8. Now I have to take the 3 4 and plus 2 to it. Right, so I have to add this 2 here, but that 2 was already from a base 8 number. So that makes 3 6 base 8. Is 6 allowed? Yep. So the 6 goes down here, and technically the 3 would go up there, but there's nothing to multiply 4 by, so the 3 just comes down. So 7 4 times 4, both in base 8, makes 3 6 0 base 8.